TV soap news and spoilers say that in the sultry, shadow-draped world of Beyond the Gates, where secrets fester like wounds and alliances shift like sand in a storm, Haley Spencer stands at the heart of a brewing tempest. Her machinations, cloaked in charm and cunning, have ensnared those around her in a plot so intricate it threatens to consume them all. As the saga unfolds, Haley's audacious scheme to manipulate the emotions and loyalties of those closest to her, particularly Bill Spencer, the man whose heart she seeks to control, takes center stage. With Caroline, Bill's fiercely loyal assistant, as her reluctant accomplice, and the unwitting Tomas drawn into the fray, Haley's plan teeters on the edge of brilliance and catastrophe. Will her gambit succeed, or will it unravel, leaving betrayal and heartbreak in its wake? Let us delve into the drama, where every glance is a dagger, and every word a potential poison. The seeds of deception. Haley Spencer has always been a woman who thrives in the spotlight, her beauty and charisma a veneer for a calculating mind. The kidnapping of Chelsea, Bill's beloved, has sent shockwaves through the opulent halls of the Spencer estate, and Haley, ever the opportunist, sees a chance to cement her place in Bill's fractured world. From the moment the news broke, Haley has spun a narrative that places her at the center of the tragedy. "I know what you're going through, Bill," she coos, her voice dripping with rehearsed empathy, her eyes glistening with crocodile tears. She positions herself as his confidant, his rock, claiming a shared sorrow that binds them. But those who know Haley, those who have glimpsed the steel beneath her silken exterior, question the sincerity of her words. Is her compassion genuine, or is it merely a stepping stone to greater power? Bill, a man burdened by grief and guilt, is too consumed by Chelsea's absence to see the cracks in Haley's facade. His world has narrowed to a single, agonizing point, the desperate hope of Chelsea's safe return. Haley's presence, her soft reassurances and lingering touches, offers a fleeting comfort, and she knows it. She has studied him, catalogued his vulnerabilities, and now she plays them like a maestro conducting a symphony of sorrow. Yet, her ambition stretches beyond mere sympathy. Haley wants more than Bill's gratitude, she wants his heart, his trust, and the empire that comes with it. A dangerous alliance. Enter Caroline, Bill's assistant, a woman whose loyalty to her employer is matched only by her sharp intellect and quiet ambition. Caroline is no fool, she sees Haley for what she is, a predator cloaked in designer gowns. Yet, when Haley approaches her with a proposition, Caroline finds herself drawn into the web. The plan is audacious. Under the pretense of organizing a lavish birthday celebration for Bill, Haley intends to orchestrate a spectacle that will inflame his jealousy and secure her hold over him. Caroline, though wary, agrees to play her part, driven by a mix of curiosity and the tantalizing promise of influence. After all, in the cutthroat world of Beyond the Gates, alliances are currency, and Caroline is not one to squander an opportunity. The linchpin of their scheme is Tomas, a newcomer to the Spencer circle whose charm and naivety make him the perfect pawn. Tomas, with his boyish grin and earnest demeanor, is blissfully unaware of the storm gathering around him. Haley, with her siren's allure, approaches him under the guise of seeking his help with Bill's party. "It's going to be a surprise," she purrs, her smile a perfect blend of innocence and invitation. "Bill deserves something special, don't you think?" Tomas, flattered by her attention and eager to prove himself, agrees without hesitation. He has no inkling of the role he's been cast in, a role that could either elevate him in Bill's eyes or mark him as a traitor. The masquerade begins. The preparations for Bill's birthday gala unfold with all the grandeur expected of the Spencer name. The estate is transformed into a glittering stage, with chandeliers casting prisms of light across marble floors and tables laden with delicacies flown in from across the globe. Guests clad in couture mingle under the watchful eyes of discreet security, their laughter a fragile mask over the tension that simmers beneath. Haley moves through the crowd like a queen, her every gesture calculated, her every word a thread in the tapestry of her deception. She ensures Tomas is by her side, his arm occasionally brushing hers, their laughter just a touch too intimate. To the casual observer, they are merely co-conspirators in a festive surprise, but to Bill, watching from across the room, the sight is a spark in a powder keg. Bill's jealousy, carefully stoked by Haley's performance, begins to smolder. He watches as Tomas leans in to whisper something to Haley, her laughter ringing out like a bell. The sight gnaws at him, a reminder of his vulnerability, his fear of losing those he holds dear. Haley, ever attuned to his moods, catches his gaze and offers a coy smile, a silent promise that she is his alone. But the seed of doubt has been planted, and Haley knows it will grow, twisting Bill's heart until he clings to her as his only anchor. Caroline, meanwhile, observes the unfolding drama with a mix of admiration and unease. Haley's audacity is breathtaking, but it is also reckless. Caroline knows the stakes. Bill's trust is a fragile thing, and if their plan backfires, the fallout could be catastrophic. She begins to question her role in this charade. Is she a partner, or merely another pawn in Haley's game? Her loyalty to Bill wars with her fascination with Haley's boldness, and as the night progresses, Caroline finds herself teetering on the edge of a decision that could alter her fate. A dance on the edge of betrayal. As the gala reaches its crescendo, Haley escalates her performance. She pulls Tomas onto the dance floor, their bodies moving in sync to a sultry melody. The crowd parts to watch, their whispers a chorus of speculation. Bill's expression darkens, his hands clenching into fists as he watches Tomas's hand rest lightly on Haley's waist. The room feels smaller, the air thicker, as if the weight of unspoken truths presses down on them all. Haley's eyes meet Bill's, and for a moment, the world narrows to the two of them, a predator and her prey, locked in a dance of power and desire. But Haley's plan, so meticulously crafted, begins to show cracks. Tomas, though naive, is not blind. He senses the undercurrents, the way Haley's touch lingers just a moment too long, the way her smile seemed to carry hidden meanings. He begins to question her intentions, his trust wavering as he glimpses the truth. He is a tool, nothing more. The realization stings, and Tomas, though young, is not without pride. In a moment of defiance, he pulls away from Haley mid-dance, his voice low but firm. "What's this really about, Haley?" he asks, his eyes searching hers for answers she cannot give. The room seems to hold its breath. Haley's composure falters, but only for a heartbeat. She laughs, a bright, brittle sound, and spins the moment into a jest, but the damage is done. Bill, watching from the sidelines, sees the exchange, and the seed of doubt in his mind sprouts into something darker. Is Haley playing him? Is Tomas, the man he welcomed into his circle, a threat? The questions swirl, each one a barb in his wounded heart. The unraveling. The aftermath of the gala is a battlefield of whispered accusations and fractured alliances. Bill confronts Haley, his voice a low growl as he demands answers. "What were you doing with Tomas?" he asks, his eyes burning with a mix of anger and hurt. Haley, ever the performer, spins a tale of innocent flirtation, a harmless act to lift the mood of the evening. But Bill is no longer the grieving, pliable man she manipulated so easily. Chelsea's absence has hardened him, and he sees through Haley's lies with a clarity that chills her to the bone. Caroline, too, begins to pull away. She confronts Haley in private, her voice sharp with accusation. "You're playing with fire, Haley. Bill's not a fool, and neither am I." Caroline's words are a warning, but they also carry a hint of admiration. Haley's audacity is undeniable, but it is a dangerous game, and Caroline is no longer certain she wants to play. Tomas, meanwhile, wrestles with his own turmoil. The realization that he was used stings, but it also awakens something in him, a desire to prove himself, to step out of the shadow of Haley's manipulation. He begins to seek answers, digging into Haley's past, her motives, her connections. What he uncovers shakes him to his core. Haley's ambitions stretch far beyond Bill, entwining with secrets that could unravel the entire Spencer empire. The storm approaches. As the days pass, the tension in the Spencer estate becomes palpable. Haley's plan, once a masterpiece of manipulation, begins to crumble under the weight of her own ambition. Bill grows distant, his trust eroded by doubt. Caroline, torn between loyalty and self-preservation, begins to distance herself, her sharp mind already calculating her next move. Tomas, no longer the naive pawn, becomes a wild card, his actions unpredictable and dangerous. Haley, sensing the walls closing in, doubles down. She crafts new lies, spins new narratives, but each one feels flimsier than the last. The gala, meant to be her triumph, has become her undoing, exposing the fragility of her control. Yet, Haley is not one to surrender. She begins to plot a new course, one that will either cement her power or destroy everything she has built. The question is no longer whether her plan will backfire, but how spectacularly it will burn. A world on the brink. In the world of Beyond the Gates, nothing is certain. Haley's scheme, born of ambition and desperation, has set in motion a chain of events that no one can predict. Will she emerge victorious, her grip on Bill's heart and empire unshakable? Or will her betrayal of those around her, Tomas, Caroline, and even Bill himself, prove her downfall? The stakes are higher than ever, and as the shadows deepen, one thing is clear: the gates are closing, and Haley's fate hangs in the balance. As we await the next chapter of this electrifying saga, the questions linger like smoke in the air. Will Tomas's newfound resolve lead him to expose Haley's schemes, or will he fall deeper into her web? Can Caroline navigate the treacherous waters of loyalty and ambition, or will she become collateral damage in Haley's war? And what of Bill, a man caught between grief and rage, trust and betrayal? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.